This is the story of June 10, 2000, when London's iconic Millennium Bridge first opened to the public. Within hours, it started swaying so violently that people could barely walk. This iconic bridge was closed just 2 days after its grand opening. But why did it happen? Was it a design flaw, or was some mysterious force of nature at play?
Hello and welcome. If you're new here, welcome to Amazing 5.
For 2 years, the people of London had eagerly watched an architectural marvel take shape over the River Thames. The Millennium Bridge was a sleek, futuristic blade of steel, a symbol of a new era. So, on its grand opening day, thousands flocked to be the first to walk across it. The atmosphere was electric with excitement. But as the crowd swelled, something strange began to happen. The solid steel under their feet began to move, not up and down, but from side to side. At first, it was a gentle sway, but within minutes, it grew into a violent lurch. Panic set in as people struggled to keep their balance, grabbing onto the handrails. The authorities had no choice but to close the bridge. London's new icon had become the Wobbly Bridge, a global embarrassment shut down just 2 days after its celebrated debut. For the next 2 years, engineers and scientists worked tirelessly to understand what went wrong. A similar, haunting incident had occurred almost 200 years earlier. In 1831, the Broughton Suspension Bridge in England collapsed as soldiers marched across it in perfect unison. The rhythmic, synchronized marching matched the bridge's natural frequency, causing it to vibrate uncontrollably until it tore itself apart. This phenomenon, known as mechanical resonance, led to a new military rule that stands to this day. Soldiers must break step when crossing a bridge. But the crowd on the Millennium Bridge was not a disciplined army. They were ordinary citizens, families, tourists, and Londoners, all walking at their own random pace. So how could a random crowd create the same synchronized force as marching soldiers? The answer lay not in an engineering blunder, but in a mysterious, invisible force of nature called spontaneous synchronization, a force that connects everything from the stars in the cosmos to the cells in our bodies. The first clue to this mystery was discovered back in 1665 by a Dutch scientist named Christian Huygens. While sick in bed, he noticed something peculiar. 2 large pendulum clocks he had built were hanging on the same wall. No matter how he started them, within half an hour, their pendulums would mysteriously fall into perfect synchronized rhythm, swinging in opposite directions like a mirror image of each other. He realized that the tiny, almost imperceptible vibrations from one clock were traveling through the wooden wall and influencing the other, coupling them together until they moved as one. This same hidden principle was at play on the Millennium Bridge. As the first few people walked across, their footsteps created a tiny, almost unnoticeable sideways sway. To keep their balance on the moving surface, other pedestrians behind them unconsciously adjusted their steps to match the bridge's gentle movement. This created a powerful feedback loop. The more people synchronized their steps, the more the bridge swayed. And the more the bridge swayed, the more people were forced to synchronize their steps just to stay upright. It was a perfect storm of physics and human behavior that no one had anticipated. The crowd had, without any intention, organized itself into a single, rhythmic force, just like the marching soldiers at Broughton. Once the mystery was solved, the fix was ingenious. Engineers installed 89 special shock absorbers, known as dampers, beneath the bridge deck. These devices work much like the shock absorbers in a car, absorbing the energy from the synchronized footsteps and converting it into heat, effectively stopping the vibrations before they can build up. In February 2002, the Millennium Bridge reopened. To prove the wobble was gone for good, the world's largest bridge test was conducted, with over 2,000 volunteers walking across it at once. This time, it stood firm. The story of the Wobbly Bridge is a powerful reminder of the invisible forces that govern our universe. Spontaneous synchronization is seen everywhere in nature, from the magical, coordinated flashing of fireflies in a dark forest to the breathtaking, fluid movements of a flock of birds turning as one. The Millennium Bridge stands today not just as a stunning piece of architecture, but as a monument to one of the most fascinating and mysterious phenomena in all of science.